Hi guys, it's summer, it's hot, it's time for skirts. And you know, I love a good skirt. You also know, if you've been there for a while, that I really like making stuff from bed sheets. And here's a new one that I got. This is what the pattern looks like. Can we get a focus on that? Not sure. Lighting's a bit weird. We can actually pull that off. There we go. Some flowers and some hummingbirds and things. And I want to make a long skirt, like a bit of an eclectic vibe. Yeah, that's my starting point. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do it just in one long swoop or if I'm section it off. We shall see. But this will make a really, really awesome skirt for sure. It's so soft and oh, it's so nice. And I love using bed sheets because even if I bought this one new, it's still very affordable compared to, you know, using or buying fabric from the fabric store. So good option sometimes. So first of all, let's go to the drawing board and decide on the design for the skirt, and then we can start making it. I have prepped the fabric. I have cut the two sides of the bed sheet apart from each other. And we are getting ready to actually making the skirt. I'm making a tiered skirt. I have this picture on Instagram that just really inspired me a long time ago. I'm gonna see if I can find that again. I think it's in a folder that holds almost 3,000 pictures, so it might take me a while. But anyway, we're making a tiered skirt, and I've actually got this really cute yellow t-shirt to wear with it, but I'll show you that later. This is the information we need for a skirt. Can you see that? Can it focus? I don't know. Anyway, I took my own measurements, and I have decided that the length of the skirt is going to be 1 meter, 100 centimeters. Then I'm going to have 3 tiers of about 30 centimeters each, seam allowance included. But the top tier will be 40 centimeters because that also needs to hold the elastic. I'm going to go with elastic for this one. And I've used the multiplier 1.25, which means each tier will be multiplied, or the previous tier will be multiplied with 1.25, and that gives me the width of the next tier that we're going to use. I measured my widest point, which today is 160 centimeters. Yep, it's a lot, but here we are. I had strawberries yesterday, and it seems I can no longer eat strawberries. I'm very swollen. The sadness, but whatever. Doesn't really matter, you know, it's a flowy big skirt anyway, so it's just a starting point. So I'm going to calculate 160 times 1.25, which will give me 2 meters. Can you even see what I'm writing it? No, doesn't matter. I'm multiplying 160 by 125, which gives me 2 meters. And then I'm multiplying 2 meters by 1.25, and I'll get 250. And for the last one, there will be 312.5 centimeters. So that's the width that we will have for the bottom tier. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start cutting out each tier. And I need to be a little bit mindful because this is a directional print. As you can see here on the hummingbirds. Can you see those? There. The hummingbirds here, and also the flowers. There's another bird. So I will be starting by cutting out the top tier, and then, well, I'll be cutting out all the tiers, I guess. And I'll be cutting them out, since there's a lot of width, this fabric is 2 meters wide. And I'm not sure, yeah, no, because the last one is 312, so I will be having a side seam for each tier, just to make sure I get the entire width that I need at the bottom. But it will just help in the general stability. So let's start cutting out the tiers and get them overlocked. All the pieces have been overlocked, but while cutting them, I realized that the last tier I didn't have wide enough of a fabric to make it all the way through, but the amount missing was about as much as what I had cut off on the previous tier. It's a little bit short, but I figured, what the heck, let's be efficient with the fabric. So I simply grabbed those two pieces and I'm going to add that onto the last tier. It will be just a wee bit shorter than it should have been, but it's absolutely fine because we are going to have so much width. And the fun thing is, I could have made the whole thing with just one side of the bed sheet, because when I started, I had to cut off the bottom where there was a zipper, and I wasn't being very particular about cutting a proper straight line, so it was a bit wonky. Had I done that, I could have used just the one side to make the entire skirt. As it happened now, I did have to cut one tier of the other side, but I still have a lot of fabric left, so I can do some more fun stuff with. But that's for the future. For now, all the tiers have been cut out. I've separated them in piles here. It's the bottom tier with the where the elastic is going to be. This is the middle one, and this is the bottom one. So I'm going to stitch them together to make a complete circle. And after that, I'm going to do some basting stitches or something where I can kind of scrunch the longer part to fit the width of the tier above it. You'll figure it out. I'll show you. First of all, though, I'm just going to stitch each tier together to a large circle. Quick update. All the tiers have been stitched together into like long circles, like so. Can you see? And I've also, this is the top one, and this is a bit slippery, this fabric, so I have opted to fold it over once, and then I'll fold it over again to make a channel for the elastic, like so. I could have just folded it once and then just folded it once more and stitched everything together, but since it was a bit slippery, I decided to do this in two different sections. So, and oops, I'm dropping things. And we have got the other two tiers as well. Now, I have gone for, no, let's see if I can lay this out so you can see it a bit better. So this is the top. Can you see that? Yeah, that will be folded like so. And here is where we will attach the next tier. Now, what I've done is, let's see if we can get this to cooperate. There we go. Of course, this tier is a lot bigger, so I need to do some gathering stitches to pull it together so that it fits the tier above it. But what I've also decided to do is to fold the top of this one, and instead of stitching these, right sides together, I am going to do this. So I'm going to be stitching this folded edge directly on top of the other, and there will be some gathering stitches here. I think that will look nice. So that's coming up. That's the next thing I'm doing. And then I will do the same thing for the bottom tier. Not that you can see anything I'm planning here. You get the idea, right? You get the idea. So I'm going to do that. Put some gathering stitches in these two bottom tiers. And I'm going to fold the top tier so that I get a channel for the elastic. And we'll take it from there. Yeah. Time to pin and put some gathering stitches in. And let's see if we can marry these pieces together. There we are. The top part is done. I made a channel for the elastic and I've left an opening somewhere in here, there, so that I can add the elastic. And I'm going to do that last, just to make it easier for myself. I've added gathering stitches in both the tiers that follows. It's the longer stitches on top here, which I will of course remove. So now I've also pinned each end, or each side of the tiers together, because I will be gathering each side separately just to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to start, let's see, you belong over there. Oh, can you see what I'm doing? I'm just cinching it together here, gathering the stitches. Need to be a little bit careful since I did this on the machine. It's often easier to do it by hand because you can make the stitches a little bit longer. And you can also do double rows. I have opted for just one. So I'm just going to continue doing this until this tier is the same width as the top one, so that I can pin the two together. And as you can see, we are closing in a little bit here. And I'm pulling from each side, and of course the gathering stitches will be removed once I have stitched the two tiers together. I think something like that, actually. It's starting to look like it is pretty much the same length now. So I'm going to pin this, and then I'm going to do the other side. We're going to stitch it, remove the basting stitches, and repeat the same thing for the next tier. That was loud. Time for the big reveal, guys. First, here's the t-shirt that I talked about. Marvin the Martian for the win. Like I said, I do have an inspirational photo. Did I insert that already? Can't remember. I'll put it in here. I saw this picture. Actually, there were several on Pinterest years ago. I've had it in one of my folders years ago. I think the skirt was from, what was it called? Was it Free People? Not sure. Anyway, I saw that picture and I was just, oh, I want that. Granted, this girl has a third of the body that I do, but who cares? So, let me show you. This is the skirt I made. Oops. Simple tiered skirt. Just an elastic waist. Granted, does not have pockets. Could add pockets. Hi, I forgot, my head disappeared. I could have added pockets if I wanted to. Of course, since I do have side seams, that would have been possible. I may actually go in and do that later. Maybe, we shall see. Yeah. Very happy with this. Now, I gotta say, I'm going to do a couple of modifications for the t-shirt as well. It's a bit long, and when you have a big belly, it's for one, it does get a bit tight here, and when you move it tends to just, like, you know, roll up, which is very annoying. So I just folded it in like this, and I'll probably take off some of the length, and also the neckline is very high up. Let me come closer so you can see. The neckline is quite high up, so I may actually just cut it out completely. But yeah, I have my turquoise skirt and my bright yellow t-shirt, and I'm ready for summer. Oh, it's windy. I hope it doesn't affect the audio. Yeah, very happy with this. The only thing that was a bit finagly was to do the gathering. That's the word. It would actually have been easier if I had multiplied the or used 1.5 as a multiplier, so that each tier was lengthened by 50% from the previous one. Because as it was now, I could only do a small amount of gathering, and I had to be a bit particular to get it as evenly distributed as possible. But still not a big deal. So, oh, this is a very weird angle. Let me adjust the camera. There we go. Oh, I think I need to clean the lens. Oh, that's a bit high. It's not easy being your own camera woman. There we go. Yeah, fun project, quick project. And like I said, if I had been more particular when I cut out that zipper in the bottom of the bed sheet, so that I would have had a completely straight edge, I could have made this skirt with just one side, even though I'm a big woman. Oh, you can't see me anymore, but yeah. As you see, it's not like it's tight anywhere. Plenty of room. So for a smaller person, you know, you need even less. So very pleased with that. I do have a lot of fabric still that I can use for something else. I can make a top, I can make another skirt, just a different model. Yeah, so it was fun. I will probably be making more of these skirts in the future, because, you know, who doesn't want an easy, simple summer skirt to wear, or in the winter with tights, if that's your jam. So yeah, oh, the weather is lovely today. Sun is shining, it's a bit of a breeze, and it's the perfect temperature. Love this. I would have loved to take a walk in my new outfit, but I gotta edit the video first and get it uploaded, so I'm gonna do that. And yeah, well, this week's project, tiered skirt from a bedsheet. Easy peasy. That's all for this week. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Really helps the channel out. And I have some very, very fun ideas coming up for the future that I hope you will enjoy. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything more about that. You'll see. So I hope if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. And I'll see you next time. Bye.